Sun's here, the League's Cup's wild, and the soccer world's on fire. Let's get into it. This is Between the Posts. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Between the Posts. I'm one of your co-hosts, Enrique.
What's up?
Next to me, we got Eric. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. I'm excited. We had some really great soccer matches this past weekend, football matches for all of our foreigners out there. I say non-Americans.
Yeah, man. So let's get into it, man. Little recap of the last episode that we talked about. We had some soccer matches. We had some rumors that became confirmed transfers.
Oh, yeah.
We had some debuts that happened recently. So let's just get that out of the way. Let's get straight into it. First one, talk about one of the main signings that MLS has done recently.
Probably the second biggest signing in league history, I would argue.
A little bit of
behind
favoritism
Messi.
on your end because of one of the signings, but the main one right now, and it will lead into our second topic is Son is now officially a LAFC player.
Son, from famous Wonder Boy from Tottenham.
Yes.
After Golden Boot winner in the Premier League.
Yes.
Top 10 in goals. I think he's top 20 in goals and assists scored in Premier League history. So we're talking about a genuine football star.
Yes.
Comes on to an LAFC team that, had a rough start to the season. But, I mean, he's going to be here for the foreseeable future. I think he's going to have a huge impact.
Oh, yeah. I think you can already see the impact, not just in the league, but as a city also. I mean, they're already making a Son night for the Dodgers already.
I didn't know that.
And he already has a day, like how here in Houston we have
Sunday,
Apollo Day, stuff like that.
You didn't get my joke.
Yeah. I got it a little bit. A little bit towards the end. But stuff like that. He already has that. So already the Sun influence is already growing amongst LAFC fans in the whole city of Los Angeles. So good for them. But now one of the main questions is that he had his debut against Chicago. This team ends up getting the draw.
Yeah.
With help of Son coming on as a late substitution. It draws the penalty for them, and it goes in, equalizes, match ended. So with this being his first, I guess you could say first cap for LAFC, how do you think his career for LAFC is going to go forward?
I mean, if obviously Messi is an outlier just because of his skill at his age.
Yeah.
If Son can stay fit and he can stay healthy, I don't foresee any reason why he can't be a top 5 player in MLS. I genuinely believe that he can come in here and he can be a superstar X Factor type of player, somebody who has elite speed and technique in the final third, clinical finisher. I think they said that he was there was some metric out there that said he was the most precise finisher in the history of the Premier League, or over the last 15 years or something to that effect.
Right.
He's been unbelievable in the finishing department. So yeah, LAFC got a huge star here. If they can continue to deliver, passes to him like the assist that we saw, or the ball that got them into position to draw the penalty. That was a great ball forward. Just keep servicing him like that on the counterattack, and sky's the limit for LAFC. But Son's impact is going to be somewhat diminished to a degree if LAFC can't be successful
that's another
when he's not on the pitch.
Yeah.
So we see this with Miami and Messi all the time, is when Messi's not playing, can Miami make a difference? Miami lose 4-1 last night to Orlando. Messi didn't play. It was one of those matches where it started out, real physical, and maybe Miami is going to make an impact and make a result out of the game, but obviously they concede 4 times. I would hate to see LAFC to follow this sort of trend where they get blown out due to the financial side of things. They can't afford, some more, top end talent in like the defense or something to that effect because they're paying Son, or they just spent all this money on Son.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to LAFC figuring it out on the defensive end to complement Son and to make these deep playoff runs. Quick shout out Houston Dynamo. We're only 4 points out of that 9th playoff spot.
Yes, go.
There's
Finally.
only a couple of matches left. They got a huge draw the other night. They
Very huge.
They were down 2-0. Got a
Yeah.
big draw. Jack McGlynn went crazy.
One of your favorites that you always
I mean, that was a
saying
big
high praises about.
That was a big summer acquisition that we got. I say summer acquisition, winter acquisition. Like when they traded for him, I'm thinking to myself about the midfielders in the Houston Dynamo locker room, and I said to myself, I don't really know how Jack McGlynn himself kind of fits in, but obviously they've been able to get him in places to be successful for Dynamo. So they get a point. Need wins. There's only eight matches or so left for Dynamo to get a couple of points, and they're only a couple of points out of that 9th spot.
I think after that tie that happened on Saturday, it was Saturday, correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So there seems to be some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have a couple matches left. I'm thinking about F1. How non-spoiler warning, I guess you could say. It's just like there's a couple matches left.
There's a couple
races left.
There's a couple races
and there's like
left.
they're trying to like push to get to where they need to be. This is Dynamo's F1 like coming in together.
I mean, there's so many other sports equivalents. The final stretch, right?
Yeah.
The last quarter mile. On the racetrack. If you're a horse jockey or what have you, like. These are the moments, these are the matches where if you're going to be in form and you're going to win and you're going to get points, it needs to be now.
Yeah.
It's got to be now. Some teams on the outside looking in like Dynamo, I mean, you've really, really got to find something that works. I mean, Ben Olsen, they might be playing for Ben Olsen's job. And, if he can't get a turnaround or some results after his promising, starts to his managerial career at Houston a couple of seasons ago, I don't know how long of a leash they've got. So hopefully Dynamo can pick it up, get some results.
Yeah,
we're still
rooting.
Playoffs.
Yeah, we're still rooting for the Dynamo and Dash, who got a major win.
Houston Dash got a big win. Yeah, 2-1.
Major win. We posted up. Well, Paula posted up on the socials. Last minute goal. I didn't quite see the match because I don't have, like I mentioned a couple episodes ago, I'm not paying for any subscription. I am not getting no YouTube TV, no Fubo. I'm going to the other sites to watch my games. So if I'm able to see it, I'm able to see it. But
we've got some colleagues here at Apollo that are tuned in and tapped into the Dash, and they keep us informed. So we appreciate them. Shout out Dex.
Yes, and moving on, trying to tie into the next segment. Whenever you mentioned the playoff push, we are now down to our knockout rounds of our Leagues Cup, which very surprisingly on the Liga MX side, a bunch of powerhouses did not make the final cut. We were talking about how some Mazatlan could potentially go through, but we mentioned there was one more game left. A lot of tables were going to be turning. So, but unfortunately for your Americas, your Cruz Azuls, your Chivas, all those, not Pachuca, because they made it through. All those teams, unfortunately, they did not make it through. They did not make the cut. But we do have our final teams to make it through, which is going to be Seattle versus Puebla, LAFC versus Pachuca, Toluca versus Orlando FC. And in my opinion, this is going to be the match to keep your eyes on for. It's Tigres versus Inter Miami.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see Messi's health level for that match. These matches are set to take place Wednesday, August 20th. So not this coming Wednesday, but next Wednesday. We're recording this on Monday, the 11th. So we've got about 9 days here in between those matches. So a lot of prep time for us, to get into what this matchup is going to really look like. We can get more into that later on or maybe on Monday. But I don't know about you. I'm kind of predicting a MLS sweep here. Seattle look outstanding.
Yeah.
Seattle are unbeaten in their last 10 matches. They have 7 wins to 3 draws. The last time they lost was 2-0 to a PSG side that we thought were going to rule the world. So not even a despicable result against PSG. They played better against PSG than Real Madrid did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm looking at a Seattle side that can do no wrong right now, seemingly beating Cruz Azul 7-0, Santos Laguna 2-1. They got another 2-1 result in their third match. So, yeah, for sure for me, against Puebla, I think Puebla is going to be on their back foot from the very beginning. Seattle just looked really great. They've got a lot of really great attackers. I didn't even realize like Albert Rusnak has just been piling it on during this run with goals and assists. Same thing with Jesus Ferreira. He's found a run of form during these last 10 matches. They're getting contributions from young guys. I like Seattle right now. We talked about it last episode, but I'm going to keep harping on it. Seattle looked great. Another interesting thing that we talk about with Son versus Pachuca.
Yeah.
Can he make an immediate impact and get LAFC to this semifinal?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, I think you just gotta see the Son magic that he has. Yes, he did come off the bench, and he made an impact by picking up the PK to get him the draw. But let's see what happens if you actually start him. You start him and for the full 90. Let's see what he does here in the MLS. Because this is, even though it's a different type of play here in MLS, but it's not just MLS that you're playing for now. You're playing against the brothers down south that Pachuca. They're a tough team to beat, man. Like when the thing about Liga MX, we play for passion. Like we have a lot of passion when it comes to our game, to our type of play. It could be any team, but I mean, it just depends if it comes from if it. I think what I saw on Twitter, it was like you have passion versus technique, or along those lines, and you have to see if which one comes out on top. Is it going to be your technique that wins the game, or the passion that Pachuca is going to have? Will that give them the win and go through? We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with that.
I don't think it's any surprise that these four teams for MLS, Seattle, LAFC, Orlando FC, and Inter Miami, they have really strong fan bases.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a surprise. Teams with strong fan bases, they are genuinely rewarded by the front offices of the teams that they root for.
Yeah.
I find no team is going for it, so to speak, more than Inter Miami. With Messi and Rodrigo de Paul, and to a lesser degree Suarez signing, and Jordi Alba coming with Messi, and they also have some really young guys that they're keeping around because they think that are going to impact them for the future. I think that LAFC with Son going and getting Son, they're saying to their fans, we're used to winning and we're not abandoning that identity. We're going to stay winners.
Yeah.
I would love to see them get a result against Pachuca and advance in the tournament. Just like when Messi came with Miami to the Leagues Cup and in the inaugural season, a lot of people wanted to see them win that tournament, and I believe they did win that tournament. So we'll see what LAFC does here with their new player. Another matchup to look forward to, Toluca versus Orlando FC. Now, I did mention Orlando FC beat this Inter Miami team without Messi 4-1 last night. It looked dominant. They looked really, really good. They've played really well in MLS this season. I think it's MLS sweep.
I mean, we're gonna have to wait to see because they're going against Toluca, like we mentioned, but they are your current reigning Liga MX champions right now. They put a halt to America's 4-peat, and so right now they're in a bit of a good momentum right now. So it's just gonna have to see if Orlando puts another beating the way how they did to Inter Miami to Toluca, or Toluca has something to say about that.
Yeah.
And moving on to a team that's very in form right now is Tigres. Tigres has been on fire recently with their new signing with Correa, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I get the names confused. They put a beating to the regular season to Puebla, which is also in the quarterfinals, 7-0. 7-0 in the match that was played yesterday, which is yesterday was Sunday. So this just happened. So if they keep that form up, maybe they put a halt to the sweep that you're trying to look for, or maybe Inter Miami has a healthy Messi, everyone's in sync, like the technical side that I was talking about. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Miami is much different with Messi than without.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, right? Obviously, but it's not like they have another guy on the bench that can go out there and facilitate even to half of the degree that Messi can. They're just a night and day team when he's on the pitch.
Yeah.
And if he's on the pitch, I don't think you can discount Miami ever.
Yeah,
if you win a free kick at the edge of the box, all of a sudden
all
of the sudden you're looking at a goal.
Yeah.
Like you're staring a goal in the face. So if you're Miami, you got to feel pretty good if Messi plays against Tigres. And he has a whole, like I said, he's got a couple of days here to get healthy.
Yeah.
So if he's still got lingering soreness or what have you with that thigh injury or that calf injury, whatever lower leg injury he had, I think he's got a couple of days, get it together. He's been out for a bit, maybe nice 2 weeks rest. He comes back against Tigres nice and rested. We'll have to see, like you say. But I think Seattle's going to play well. I think LAFC has an opportunity to show what they're going to look like with Son early.
Yeah.
Toluca, like you say, in good form. Orlando also in good form. I think that's going to be a big powerhouse matchup. And then Tigres versus Miami, I think, is the most interesting of the matchups, given just Messi's attachment and Tigres' run his form.
Yeah. Like
Leagues Cup is kind of shaping up to be pretty cool. Like these are good matchups.
This back half is gonna be crazy.
And this we talked about last week with the way the tournament is styled in itself.
Yeah.
The Mexican teams are gonna play the MLS teams, and every MLS team is going to play three Liga MX teams. Every Liga MX team is going to play three MLS teams. It's a brilliant format.
Yeah.
I'm ready to say, like,
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this format.
The teams not beating up on each other, like MLS teams not beating up on MLS teams. Like, we're going to see, we just saw Orlando versus Miami last night. Imagine if we saw Orlando versus Miami next Wednesday.
Yeah. This is great.
Yeah, I enjoy this. I'm having a good time with this.
This new format really shaped this league's the Leagues Cup to be something I would like to watch again.
Mm-hmm.
And moving on from that.
So you talk about we talk about historically Liga MX dominating MLS in continental competition.
Yeah.
Has that been the same for you so far this Leagues Cup? Like, what is your? Do you think Liga MX still has a leg up? Because I think we've seen a change of the guard a little bit.
When it comes to the whole Liga MX and MLS sides, it's changing as we're going on.
Mm-hmm.
The past couple of years, Liga MX has taken the title of being the best in the North Americas. It's North Americas? North America? Okay.
In North America, yeah.
Like the best. And as we're going on, as we're seeing these bigger signings moving on to the MLS, you starting to see sense a shift of of star power, of course, moving on. But it's not just star power going over there. It's more eyes going on to the Americas, because now there is I think it's confirmed that Liga MX is now going to be shown in Brazil. So now the people from Brazil are going to see Liga MX matches. And so there's already talks going on that they want to have a Leagues Cup-esque type of tournament with Liga MX and Brazil. So I think Liga MX is sensing that there's a shift and that there needs to be a change somewhere. And I feel like going on to battle Brazil and their top teams is something of a challenge that they need to take as an opportunity.
Don Garber and MLS need to get in touch with those Brazilian teams and those Argentinian league teams and really talk about the Copa Libertadores. Like, if Liga MX decides that they're falling behind and they make this big leap with the Brazilian league.
Yeah.
If they make this huge leap and they do another continental tournament like that, I think the US has no. I think MLS has no choice but to try to get involved and create, a much bigger tournament.
I think so. Going on to we're kind of getting off topic, but I think this is a perfect little segue because I was seeing recently that Liga MX is finally gonna bring back the promotion and relegation system.
Ooh.
It's not confirmed yet because to track back of what happened, they had it in the past, but due to COVID, they stopped it, and it's because of like some like financial stuff. That was the main part. The financial stuff, they looked into it. It wasn't really, coming into terms about everything. But now there's more traction with it, and the contract is running out of the whole pause with it. They are finally trying to bring it back by next season. So with Liga MX, there is a split between the full season. So your apertura and your clausura. And I really want them to make one full season, but hey, that's just me. But with that, it brings in more teams that are going to be able to compete in this tournament. Because now, from the 18 teams that are in the league right now, opens up to 20. So now you bring in 2 more teams, and now you have the possibility of the promotion regulation coming in, which is something that the MLS needs to do.
Yeah.
Because the tournament, I mean the league, the second division.
The second division. Yeah.
They're already doing that, and that's already great. Have you seen how packed the 4th division teams are?
Yeah, that Vermont team.
Yes,
that Vermont team that just won a championship. Yeah,
they're insane. I think that's a great step. That I think it's League 2. I think it's called League 2, League 1. I don't know what or the USA League is something like that. The semi-pro or like the second division of the MLS, quote unquote. That's what they need.
The divisions in the US are so disjointed because the top
USL
the top division isn't inherently connected to any of the other divisions, which is the problem.
Yes.
So, I mean, all the other leagues around the world, the top division is connected to the lower divisions, and there is a promotion and relegation system that allows teams at the very, very bottom to, if they win, regardless of what that looks like and how that is achieved, they can make it to the top flight.
Yeah.
You can't do that in America. You can't do that with MLS in the current rules. So, yeah, relegation... There's no for me as a Dynamo fan, there's no reason why I should have to watch, and I'm not saying this is the case. There's no reason why I should have to watch my team just sit in 28th place, 29th place, year in and year out.
Yeah.
And nothing changes.
There's no repercussions to being bad.
There's no repercussions to owners not investing in their teams.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to run a team, and it's another thing to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can run a team into the ground.
Yeah.
But I would like to see relegation in promotion in MLS because I think there's a lot of opportunity to grow the sport organically that way.
Yes.
If you reward teams that have huge fan bases at these lower divisions, like, that only propels those teams forward, and the momentum that those teams have with their fan bases already.
Yeah.
It's an exponential increase. Say Vermont wins a championship, right? Promotion relegation. They go to 3rd division. All of those fans now get to interact with new teams and new fans.
Yep.
And those fans get to interact with Vermont, and they raise Vermont's brand exposure, and everything is inherently, feeding itself, and it's all organic. And that's why you see like teams like Luton in the Premier League, like smaller teams that face relegation and promotion, and they play really well, and then all of a sudden they win the championship, and now they're in the Premier League, and their small little stadium tucked away in a neighborhood somewhere all of a sudden becomes a huge venue.
Yeah.
Like, we could be seeing that all over America. This is
just like Wrexham.
Wrexham, yeah.
Wrexham. That's like Like they
Get
were
well soon, Wrexham. That was a really devastating 2-1 loss.
Yeah.
Get well soon,
But
Wrexham.
hey, they put up a good fight. That they just didn't come out with the victory.
It happens.
Yeah,
Just
but
gotta work on your late game.
opener. Like, and that was already big.
Yeah.
And like the way how like the show putting on with the show.
Oh yeah.
You saw it grow little by little, and you because of the exposure they got from the show, you wanted to follow on. The fan base grew. Everything's growing with it. They kept on going up. They're jumping. Now they're in the championship, but now there's a Liga MX side that's getting the Wrexham treatment. And Caxa has a another Hulu special Hulu show with Longoria, Eva Longoria.
Really?
Yes, she is the owner with McElhaney, if I'm not mistaken. But she is the main owner. It's on Hulu now, Disney Plus, whatever. Like
whatever.
Plug. But that you watch it, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see that grow. And because of the exposure that Necaxa is gonna get, more fan base is gonna start tuning in. That's what's gonna help bring in the promotion regulation system.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Make it official.
The only MLS team I would watch that for is LAFC.
Yeah.
Maybe Miami, maybe, but there's not too many MLS teams that I would be excited to see the behind the scenes about.
I think if you want to have something like that come through, we got to bring in another team.
Oh yeah, you got to do at least like 2 or 3 teams. Like you got to make it. Yeah.
No.
It's gotta be like a Hard Knocks kind of thing.
No. You gotta like if you want to focus on one team, have an expansion team come in, have them be the center of that.
That's interesting. So maybe like San Diego FC.
San Diego FC. Well, if I want to watch something like that, I want to be brand spanking new.
Right. I just mean for if they had done it this past year, they would have done San Diego FC. Okay,
it would have been them. Yeah,
I like that. I like that idea. That's pretty cool. All right. So we covered pretty much all of our thoughts on Leagues Cup. Yeah, they dropped the Ballon d'Or shortlist. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it because this is a long list. Because keep in mind, this is the shortlist that came out this weekend. A bunch of names on here, of course. This is the shortlist.
There are 9.
And a lot from the same team.
There are 9 Paris Saint-Germain players.
Yeah, I mean their
on
run,
this shortlist.
Their run this year really solidified them to be put on the Ballon d'Or shortlist. Now they're all nominees. It's crazy. You got Dembele, Donnarumma. I'm sorry if I say his name wrong.
Desiree Doué.
There you go. You got
Hakimi.
There you go. Like João Neves, Mendes. Like bro, like it's the whole list is filled with PSG players, man.
Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha.
Good for them.
Nuno Mendes, João Neves.
A well deserved shortlist for
their winger.
PSG.
I won't even give it a try.
Yeah, that's a very name that you don't want to butcher.
There's a lot of something like that.
K's and V's.
I think that was pretty fair, actually. Yeah. I'm not going to give it
close
another.
enough.
But yeah, so realistically, my expectations, your expectations for Ballon d'Or. I'll let you go first.
I mean, I really think this is gonna be Dembele's year.
You're going Dembele.
I'm going Dembele.
Okay.
Even though I'm wearing the Barca jersey with the Yamal in the back, I just think that this is Dembele's year. If we're going off of what happened of the last season, going into a little bit what's going on now, I don't see why not Dembele takes it. Like this is his to win. This is his to lose.
Yeah. Well, okay. So you don't see why not. I'll tell you why not.
Okay.
Rafinha.
That's another one too.
Rafinha has been
going everywhere.
As good as Yamal has been. People like to talk about Lamine Yamal. Rafinha leads that team in everything.
Oh yeah.
Goals, assists, rating, touches in the final third. Name it. Like this guy, Rafinha was so good for Barcelona this year. Yamal's ascendancy is something we should be paying attention to, and we should be applauding, and we should be going, this kid is going to be outstanding. And if the discipline off the field doesn't affect his play on the field, who cares about his birthday party?
Fun birthday party.
Exactly. Neymar Jr. Who? Anyway. Rafinha was the story for Barca last year. Lewandowski scored a bunch of goals. Rafinha scored whenever it seemed like they needed a goal or they needed a big player in a big game against Real Madrid. it was Rafinha
Yeah.
all season long,
Of course,
all year
yeah.
long. It was Rafinha. So, as great as Dembele has been, I think this list proves that Dembele benefited from an excellent team
Mhm.
and just an outstanding tactic by Luis Enrique. I'm going to argue that Rafinha is under Xavi Alonso. Rafinha was unleashed and he was
Yeah.
unlocked, and I think that deserves the Ballon d'Or, especially given how they finished the season as well. They didn't win the Champions League, no, but they won the Spanish Super Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, they won La Liga, so that's not nothing,
hmm
you know. So I'm gonna give it to Rafinha.
Well, I wouldn't be mad if he got it, because the way how he's helped Barca win those trophies. I mean, that says a lot. So if Dembele wins, that's my go-to, who I think should win it.
Mm-hmm.
But if Rafinha wins, I'm happy with either. I just don't want to see a Real Madrid player take it, because they had a abysmal season.
If we
And
see some the likes of
If I oh my
Jude
God.
Bellingham, or if we see the likes of Vinicius Jr.
If I see Mbappe in like the final of it,
Yeah,
I
I don't want to.
am-
Yeah,
I'm losing it. I'm losing
yeah.
it.
I don't think we're gonna see Mbappe on the shortest list for this. I would probably put Harry Kane and his season over Mbappe's season.
Or if you scroll down on the list right here, Cole Palmer, he could potentially be on the
You know
on the
what?
finals list.
That's a good shout. Cole Palmer, outstanding this season in particular, without exception, the Club World Cup. He was very, very good.
Yeah.
Now it's a matter of how the committee wants to value that Club World Cup performance. I value it. I thought he was outstanding.
It was great. Yeah.
Especially in the final. So
Yeah,
look at
man.
Scott McTominay on this list.
Yeah, man. There's a lot
Shout
of
out Scott
players that
McTominay.
you got top flight clubs, and even though Napoli is considered a top flight club, it's not really talked about.
But I mean, the only other Italians on this list are Milan. Like
And that's it. Milan
it's
and
just
Napoli.
Milan. It's just Milan and Napoli, and so an
Well,
Inter
no,
Milan
yeah.
team, that made it to the final of the Champions League.
Yeah.
Napoli didn't even sniff the
Yeah, but-
Champions League final. So
But good for him though for making it to the short list. Let's see if he continues to go to reach the final parts.
yeah,
of
I
it.
think he had 14 goals, 4 assists after leaving United. Great for him.
Yeah.
Glad to see him having success. Seems like everybody has success after leaving United.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Anthony had some success at Real Betis.
Some great success.
I mean,
Great success.
he was very impactful at Betis. McTominay also really impactful at Napoli. They had him play a lot more forward than they did at United. So maybe some coaches there were the problem after all. And it's not all just the administration. Yeah, man. I think we should mention it. It's definitely on our minds. We lost a footballer. We got to memorialize him in some way, shape, or form, regardless of the outside view of that memorialization.
Mhm.
Known as the Palestinian Pele, Suleiman Al Obeid. I hope I'm doing that some sort of justice. It's difficult to talk about these things and not draw ire from one direction or another. It's just sad to see, you know.
You hate to see
It's losing.
yeah, you just hate to see lives lost. I mean, we just got we're trying to get past Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota. I was saying it wrong the whole entire time, excuse me. Like we're trying to get over that, but because of the start of the season that's coming up shortly, it's kind of hard to get over that because everyone's gonna be doing memorials about him and so on and so forth. And then just to
Yeah.
have another well-known in the European side to go to lose his life We're not really gonna talk about too much into it because we're not really we don't want to be like we don't want to bring politics into this. But
Yeah, it's a difficult and it's a touchy subject, but we do want to memorialize him here on the show.
yes, and the reason why it got such a big um like a view on it recently now is because of what Salah. Salah brought it up on his Twitter.
Mohamed Salah,
yes.
winger for Liverpool.
UEFA Twitter tweeted out that he was is a quote right here: "A talent who gave hope to countless children, even in the darkest of times."
Mhm.
That was UEFA's tweet, and Mohamed Salah comes in and says, "Can you tell us how he died, where, and why?" We did some digging, and we found out why. Like I mentioned, we don't want to get into the politics of it. Maybe on another time we could talk about it. But it's just sad to see the way how he died and the great impact that he left on not for his his family and his friends and stuff like that, but the football world in general.
Yeah.
He was the Palestinian and Henry Pele. I mean, Henry and Pele of football in Palestine. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
So, I mean, when you have footballers are larger than life characters in every country.
Yeah.
I mean, people idolize footballers from wherever they are from, and certainly, you know, thousands of kids probably idolize this guy, and his impact is going to be missed. So, doing what we can here on the show just to say that, you know, we're thinking about his family and the people he made impacts on, and wishing them all the best.
Yes.
In their grief.
To make it let's lighten up the mood a little bit.
Okay.
We're around the corner. Literally a couple days away of this weekend is going to be the start of the Premier League, which is something that everyone's been looking forward to. I know I have. I know Eric's has.
We wait all summer for the Prem to come back.
And this is it. We're finally here. Liverpool is going to come back as the defending champs.
Mm-hmm. Arsenal is going to come back as perennial second place finishers.
Yes, they are. But before we get into that, the Community Shield happened. Crystal Palace, Liverpool.
Shout out Chris Richards.
Yes, Liverpool has a curse. We cannot win the Community Shield at all because we lost the penalties against Crystal Palace. Congratulations to Crystal Palace. They won on a 3-2 penalty shootout win. So now it comes the real challenge now. Let's see how we go throughout the whole season. Let's see who comes out on top, who gets promoted, who gets relegated. I know I have my team. It's Liverpool. You never walk alone. Who are you trying to claim before the season starts?
I would like to see Fulham perform well.
Fulham, okay.
I would like to see them get top half. I think that would be good for them.
A little bit of Raul Jimenez action going on.
I think they're strong in the attack. I think Jimenez is really great. I think he's tactical. His technique is really good. He's precise. He finds the spots that, you know, it's maybe difficult to score from, but he puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
And I just really, really rate Jedi Anthony Robinson on the left side. I think he's the best. Left back in the Premier League. I think potentially you could see a Fulham side that is full of quality this season and makes a run at that top half. So that's what I would like to see from them. Crystal Palace, I'll go ahead and say congratulations, Crystal Palace. I'm a big Chris Richards fan. I don't know a lot of the other faces on that squad, so I can't claim to be a fan of the squad, but I'll definitely be paying more attention this season than I was last season. So we talked about United and their potential struggles, but I think Chelsea's going to do really well this year.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea's going to do really well this year.
Yeah, the way if they keep the momentum swinging from the Club World Cup and then bring it over to the Premier League, it's going to be a very dangerous season. ever going to be going up against Chelsea because they are out for blood and they're ready.
Yeah.
They're ready for it. They want to take it off. They want to add another silverware till they want to add it next to their fake Club World Cup trophy that apparently Mr. Trump has in his room, in his office.
Is that real?
I have no idea. That's what he's saying. I don't know, but someone has the real trophy, and someone has a fake one. We're just gonna have to wait and see, I guess, or not wait and see. But yeah, that's pretty much what we have for today's episode. I have everything on my end. What about you? Is there anything you want to bring up?
Anything I want to bring up? I did have something I wanted to bring up, and I thought I was gonna remember it so that I could just talk about it real quick. Yeah, predicting Sounders to win all in Leagues Cup. I'm all in on Sounders. I think I've been in on Sounders for like 8 weeks now.
Yeah, that streak is going through.
This guy is I'm a huge Sounders guy. Also looking forward to my match of the week is going to be Arsenal and United. I think if United play well and Arsenal don't play well, it's going to be a really fun first weekend in the Premier League, banter wise. So I'm looking forward to that.
Football Twitter is gonna go crazy.
Speaking of football Twitter, follow us on Between the Posts at Twitter _BTP official. We are Instagram at Between the Posts official and TikTok at Between the Posts official. I'm Eric. It's my boy Enrique. We're Between the Posts. We're out.
Peace out, y'all.
Have a good day.